So far in the dative case, we've talked about indirect objects, especially dative case pronouns. We've talked about dative preps, and there's one more thing we need to talk about, and that is dative verbs. There are 9 dative verbs. These are verbs whose objects may be a direct object, but they have to be in the dative case just because they're special verbs called dative verbs, and they require their object to be dative. And those verbs are helfen, glauben, danken, passen, stehen, gehören, gefallen, schmecken, and antworten. And they mean helfen is to help. Notice that helfen is a third person irregular. That means it's irregular in the do form and in the he, she, it form. It would be like sprechen, spricht. Helfen, hilft. Glauben, to believe. Danken, to thank. Passen, to fit. Stehen, to look good on. Gehören, to belong to. Gefallen, to please, also can mean to like. Schmecken is to taste, and antworten is to answer. So we're going to take a look at 10 examples of dative verbs and how their objects will be in the dative case. So the food tastes good to her. This to her, we're not going to need the to because the to is built into the dative case, because remember, the dative case answers the question to whom or for whom. So that to is built in. So das Essen schmeckt ihr gut. The food tastes her good. But the to is built in, so the food tastes good to her. Good is optional. If you say das Essen schmeckt ihr, good is kind of understood, but you can put it in if you would like. I believe them. Them has to be in the dative case because of the dative verb glauben. Glaube ihnen. The gefallen gefällt verb gets a little tricky because you're not going to say, my teacher likes my shirt. What you're really going to say is, the shirt pleases my teacher. So my teacher becomes the object. The shirt is the subject. The shirt does the pleasing, and this will be in the dative. So if you choose a male teacher, it would be meinem, because that's the dative ending. If you choose a feminine teacher, there's your feminine ending. The pants look good on him. On him is going to be incorporated into the dative case. Die Hose steht ihm gut. The pants look good on him. The on is built into the dative case. We are helping the student. Wir helfen dem Student or der Studentin if it's female. These are your dative case genders. Sie danken uns. Uns is the dative for us. This one has a modal. Kann sie uns helfen? Can she help us? Uns is in the dative case. Kann sie dem Lehrer or der Lehrerin helfen? That belongs to me. Das gehört mir. To me is built into the prepositional, or the preposition to is built into the dative case. Das gehört mir. The pants do not fit me. Die Hose passt mir. I should say nicht. Die Hose passt mir nicht. Not good. They do not fit me. Die Hose passt mir nicht. I hope this helped clarify the dative verb problem. These are verbs whose objects must be in the dative case, and oftentimes their preposition just goes away because it's built into the case.